Good evening, everybody. My name is Stan the Man, and you have tuned into Real Talk here on the Dream Nation Network. Well, my name is Stan the Man, and this is Real Talk on the Dream Nation Network. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about a person named Henrietta Lack. Now, Henrietta Lack is a very special person. More importantly, her genes were very special. These genes I call the God genes didn't die after they were extracted from her body. As a matter of fact, these genes helped heal a lot of people, and it baffled um, modern science for a long time. I think even to this day, they don't know how or why uh, those genes act the way they did. So much so that it was a movie done about Miss Lack in 2017. Well, that's the date it was released, and starred Oprah Winfrey and among others. And I'm gonna read you a little bit about what Miss Lack was all about. In 2010, Rebecca Skaloot published the Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, a compelling look at Henrietta Lacks' story, her impact on medical science, and important bioethical issues. This book became the basis for the HBO Harpo film by the same name, which was released in April of 2017. I watched the movie today. I was kind of, um, I think it could have been a little bit better on the acting part, but it told the story of how Miss Lack's cells, you know, helped a lot of people, except her own family. Henrietta Lack was one of a diverse group of patients who unknowingly donated cells at Johns Hopkins in 1951. The donation of Henrietta Lack's cells began what was the first and, for many years, the only human cell lines able to produce indefinitely. Her cells known as the HeLa cells. They took the HE and the LA from her first and last names and named it HeLa or Hella. Remains a remarkably durable and prolific line of cells used in research around the world. Somebody made millions off of this lady's cells. Somebody did, somebody, but not the right somebody. Her family never got a dime from her cells. This guide addresses several important healthcare research and ethical themes addressed in the book and in the movie. Johns Hopkins applauds and regularly participates in efforts to raise awareness of life and the story of Henrietta Lacks. We were proud to support the book research and development of the film by providing full access to Hopkins archives and granting permission to HBO to film several scenes for the movie on the Johns Hopkins campus. The publication of Ms. Skloot's book led to John Hopkins to review our interactions with Henrietta lACKS and with the lACKS family over more over more than 50 years. At several points across those decades, we found that John Hopkins could have and should have done more to inform and work with members of Henrietta lACKS family out of respect for them, their privacy, and their personal interest. We were deeply committed to the ongoing efforts to our institution and elsewhere to honor the contributions of Ms. Henrietta lACKS and to ensure the appropriate protection and care of Ms. lACKS' family medical information. That was a little bit about Miss Henrietta lACKS and her her gadgings, her cells. It was a medical mystery that helped a lot of people. I mean, let me go. Let me see. What all did it do? Okay. Here's 5 ways Henrietta lACKS changed medical science. Okay. Vaccinating girls against cancer. And in the early 1800s, nope, I'm not going to read that. Um, eradicating polio. At the time of Miss lACKS' death, polio was one of the world's most devastating viral diseases. HeLa cells, Henrietta lACKS, HeLa cells help make the vaccine available sooner. That's huge. And you mean to tell me that John Hopkins didn't get a dime from that? I mean, they say they didn't, but to me, that's hard to believe. That is very hard to believe. In the early 1950s, Jonas Salk had already figured out how the vaccine worked. The problem was testing it. Ordinarily, Salk would have tested the vaccine on cells from monkeys, but monkeys and their cells were expensive, especially considering that testing the vaccine actually killed the cells in the process. Ideally, the best cells for testing would be susceptible to infection by the polio virus, but wouldn't be killed by it. No such cell existed until research found HeLa cells. Not only were these cells more susceptible to the virus than the cells scientists previously used, the fast-growing cells were nearly impossible to kill. Scientists at the Tuskegee Institute built a factory to reproduce HeLa cells, allowing Salk to successfully test the vaccine, which in the last 60 years have effectively eliminated polio in most of the countries in the world. So it all but eliminated polio, mapping the human genome, creating the field of virology. Wow, that's huge too. It created fields in medicine. You know, it's important that we know where we come from and who we are, because it's hard for me to believe that she will be the only one in her family that would have these genes. Even if you traced her lineage back to her African ancestry and found out that somebody over in Africa had the same genes, that's what I'm thinking, you know. Maybe some of her immediate family might have had that gene, but I think they were all tested and didn't. But it's hard for me to believe that she would be the only one in her family that had that gene. Henrietta Lacks, she had the God gene. That's what I call it. Ms. Lacks, may you rest in peace. My name is Stan the Man. This has been Real Talk on the Dream Nation Network. If you like what you heard, please subscribe to my channel, like, and share. Good night, everybody.